So recently, One Piece chapter 1161 has dropped, and one thing that a lot of people were shocked about was the fact that Nava, Saturn, Garling, or Zebek had much focus in this chapter, which tells us enough that they finna get into it in the next chapter. And it was also kind of weird how Garling didn't protect Shaggy, which could be assuming that he has a main goal after all. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this was portrayed way before this whole God Valley flashback started. But remember in chapter 1158, when Garling went to the Gorosei with a discovery that he never expected to make on God Valley, that he is strongly positive that the quote-unquote Great One will be quite pleased with about. Well, because of this discovery, he strongly recommended on making God Valley the next place to host their competition in 2 years' time. Skip to 2 years later, not only did this recommendation get verified, but we also learned that there's a clan on God Valley, that being the Davy clan, being connected to both Davy Jones and Rocksteady Zebek. Now, Garling was kind of concerned with Shaggy, but he was arrogant enough to think that he was finna win the competition and that she was finna become his wife. However, in the news chapter 1161, Garling not only was nowhere to be found, but he wasn't even around Shaggy to protect her or do shit at all, cause she was not his main priority at all. Figuring Garling's main priority has to do with the discovery that he made on God Valley, cause I would bet that Garling is with both Ellis and Teach, which is the exact same location that Zebek is headed to as of right now. Let's also remember that Rox was not quiet about his lineage, but instead he bragged about it to Emu, claiming to be a Davy Jonesian pirate, obviously linking himself to the Davy clan. So I'm guessing that if Emu knew about Rox's lineage, then you can also bet that Garling knew about Rox's lineage as well. And the second that he got word that Rox made landfall at God Valley, he definitely went to Ellis and Teach's location right away. Because think about it like this, let me just ask you a question. How do you get in the good with Emu by taking the head of the man who invaded the king's throne? The best answer to that will be by letting Rox come to you by slaying his family. Also, remember how the devil fruit of Elbaf looked like it was stolen by a mysterious hooded figure 14 years ago, around the time when King Harold died? I'd like to think that Garling has something to do with this situation as well. My theory is that Garling has something to do with the throne itself. All of this has led to him becoming a Gorosei. Think about it. Possibly taking the head of Rocksteady Zebek or immobilizing him enough so that Emu can trap him in the abyss along with his wife and son, in addition to procuring the devil fruit on Elbaf Island for the great Emu-sama, one of the two devil fruits in which Rox admitted he needed to take over the world, making the discovery of the Davy clan and then presenting it to Emu. All of this had resulted to him to achieving one of the highest positioned people in not only the world government, but the world itself. I'm starting to think this nigga might even go for the throne itself and probably got his own agenda. This is probably why we learned not a lot about him specifically, but yet him and his son Shanks were on the panel of people who wanted to search for the One Piece. I'm starting to think that now that Garling's motives were revealed within chapter 1158, by the time that it's all said and done, he could possibly or potentially become one of the top 5 One Piece antagonists. But let me know what y'all think of this theory in the comments below.